guys, today's video we're going to be talking about Alita, a Battle Angel, which is based off a manga comic that I had no idea existed ever.
I thought it was an original thing, but apparently not.
No.
Nothing that creative could come out of someone's brain if it was not made beforehand.
Yeah, it's based on a manga comic, which, yeah, I didn't know existed until now, so that's cool. I didn't even know this whole thing existed. Well, I think we did get a comment once saying that we should review this, like, last year. So here we are!
Welcome! I do know that this, I think, was supposed to come out last year.
Okay.
And then was like pushed back to this year. I don't know why. I think like they do it for various reasons, but you know, they were all like, this is from the producers of Avatar, and everyone's like, ah! But you know, it was just James Cameron produced it. He put money into it. That's what producing is.
Yeah.
But yeah, this was directed by Robert Rodriguez, which I didn't know until I actually saw it on the credits, because I thought James Cameron actually directed it.
So did I, actually, yeah.
But I think I've seen a couple of Robert Rodriguez's films before, and like, you know, they have sort of same style and stuff, so that makes sense.
Aye.
So we follow a very futuristic Earth, where the ground is known as like the Iron City, where, you know, the lower class live and everyone higher class lives in a sort of floating
some crazy
city called, I've forgotten the name of it.
I can't remember what it is. I'll put it.
And everyone kind of, you know, wants to go up there. And we follow this doctor who finds these spare body parts in this junkyard to build this cyborg girl who he names Alita. And little does he know that Alita was once a warrior for the enemy team when there was a great war, okay? There was this thing called the Fall, and that's when this whole Iron City, big city thing happened. It's a lot of expedition to explain.
It's a lot.
Okay?
It's a lot of backstory.
They explain it all in the film.
Yeah.
So if you want to know, watch the film.
Yeah, but that's the basis of what we're
Yeah,
following.
Alita learns that she's got great powers and everyone's after her powers and yada yada yada, you get the gist.
Pretty much. Pretty much.
It's difficult to explain, I'm sorry.
It is a long story.
Yeah, I feel like even though there was a lot of like expedition and like teaching you about the world, I feel like in this one film alone they kind of didn't expand enough.
Yeah.
And you kind of already know from the get-go that they're gonna make future films.
Yeah, I feel like there is relevance to make more films, though it's not just, I feel like it is, I mean obviously it is to make money, but I feel like it is to expand on the story. Like there is a lot more to unravel.
It was just never really going to be able to fit in one film.
Lot. Like they tried to put a lot in this.
Yeah, and
so
I guess if it is based off a series of mangas, I suppose there's
they've got
greater
story to work with,
which is fine with me, to be honest, because other than a few little bits that I really didn't like, I quite enjoyed it.
I quite enjoyed it too. It was a very long film. It felt like we were in there for like the length of like 2 films. Yeah,
I think it's around 2 hours long, but you know, because the whole beginning of the story is explaining the world and everything, and then it's very much.
But I feel like they do get into it very, very quickly.
Yeah,
like, I don't feel like you're sitting there like just waiting for something to happen. Like within the first 10 minutes, you're like, you know,
okay, I'm in this world now. You know, that's cool. You know,
good.
But I feel like a lot of it does need more expanding, I suppose, like you know, in future films. But yeah, like I enjoyed it, especially for like the production design, the whole world building, and the action sequences. I thought were really fucking cool. Like fucking cool. Like I'm okay with like, you know, the whole gunfights blah blah blah, but I find it much
nice
more,
to see it, a bit more like
so much
martial
more
arts style.
Yeah,
actually using
I mean,
some
it's
talent.
just a badass, man.
Yeah,
so fucking cool.
She is pretty darn cute.
Yeah, and it was just a lot more creative seeing like hand-to-hand combat with her fighting style. It's just, and visually it looked very, very nice.
It did, yeah. Like I can see why people would want to go see this in 3D.
Yeah, I see the appeal.
I could feel that would work, although there is the kind of like the cheap factor of like just making you jump. I feel like they would do that a lot in this film.
Yeah, there's a lot of reaching outy stuff.
Yeah, but I do feel like it would be pretty good in 3D.
Pretty cool,
like, yeah, but I enjoyed it. Like I liked the whole good dystopianness to it.
Yeah, it didn't feel
like
the Darkest Minds, like it was too late to the party, because it feels
it was a completely different thing. Like it had that kind of like slightly Mad Max, slightly like Star Warsy land vibes to it, which I kind of like. Not that they were copying anything, it had like nothing to do with those things, which I liked.
No,
you
but the aesthetic looks
the aesthetic
quite similar.
was kind of like you know, the rummaging, scavenging kind of vibe. You know?
Yeah, the production design looked very nice.
Yeah.
I thought the girl that portrayed Alita.
Well, she was like, her face was like the CGI.
Yeah. It's hard to explain.
Yeah, like that she acted out everything. Obviously not most of like the fight scenes, I think obviously were just like pure CGI. But like her actual acting and expressions were taken off of her using like, you know, like the dots on her face thing. And
I thought that was pretty great.
Which I thought was pretty cool.
Yeah, like she was a character you could like really root for, and in times even though you knew she was pretty much gonna win, you were still like,
but she wasn't like the too whiny of a character, you know what I mean? Like, who am I? I'm so lost, you know what I mean? Like she just got on with it, which I appreciated.
Yeah, she was sort of like more excited about, you know, like living than like, you know, trying to like dwell on.
Yeah. I mean, she was trying to find her path.
Yeah, it was him.
But like, which is understandable. But yeah, and I liked all of the other supporting actors were great. Obviously, like Christoph Waltz is
Father of the fucking Year.
Is a treasure.
Father of the Year, Christoph Waltz.
I just love him.
Yeah, you got like a really wide cast here. Like,
yeah, definitely.
Christoph Waltz, Jennifer Connelly, Mahershala Ali.
I love him.
Mahershala Ali. Lana Condor, who I just adore.
Yes,
and needs to be in everything.
So cute.
And another big name that I won't mention because I feel like it's
a bit of a spoiler.
Bit spoilery because it's not till like the very
They get
end.
unmasked at the end.
Yeah.
And you're like, this little bitch
was here the whole time.
Literally, I was like, really?
Yeah.
Really?
There was a few bits that I could have done without.
Yeah.
There was a few like sort of typical cheesy lines that were in there.
Yeah, there was a few like
bit cringy.
Yeah, because obviously there's like the romantic interest story that like runs through it. It's quite prominent obviously within it. But it's like sometimes it's just a bit much.
Yeah, especially kind of towards the end. I don't know. It's spoilers, so I won't get into it, but I feel like the kind of climax of the film with the love story was just a bit.
I thought there was going to be like a really big plot twist or something, and then there wasn't.
So it was like,
I was like, oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
It was hard to sort of tell where this story was going, but you know, from the get-go, you kind of realise that it is one film that's going to lead on to other films.
Yeah, I'd definitely be happy to go to the sequel. Like, I'm looking forward to that. Like, because there's only obviously so much that can go on within one film, and like I said, they did pack a lot in this film. So if they do that again, and it's not just like some weird in the middle of a trilogy
don't you just
film,
hate them?
you know,
the worst.
I'm not naming any names or anything, fan enemies, but like the worst. But yeah, like I'm actually looking for. Haven't got a clue when that's gonna come out.
Knowing James Cameron,
it's gonna be when we're about like 50 years old. So
because it's taken him like what 10 years to do Avatar.
I know, when is that? I don't even.
I suppose because he's only producing it. Like Robert Rodriguez can, you know, do what you want.
Do what you want, yeah.
You can do what you want.
But yeah, so I really enjoyed it. Apart from the cliche bit, like cheesy moments. Yeah, me too. There wasn't too much that I really hated other than that. Like,
nah, it was an enjoyable film.
Also, then why did they have to? Oh god.
I know which bit you're talking about, and
I don't know if I can say it or not. But why did they have to do that?
That was just unnecessary and hurtful to that man's feelings.
I just can't.
Hurtful to all of our feelings.
You will know when you watch that.
You'll know when you know.
You will know. But why?
Deemed unnecessary. It's got a bit of like, well, looks wise it looks a little bit like Edge of Tomorrow, maybe a little bit like Ghost in the Shell Akira sort of vibe, because it's got that futuristic
whole, like,
going on.
Yeah,
exactly. I thought it was pretty cool. Yeah, it's a new film, you know, not Oscar worthy or whatever, but
no, but it's like a really good. I feel like a lot of people like this. You don't have to be into future stuff or fighting or anything like that to enjoy this. I don't think
and the Dua Lipa song at the end is a banger.
It is. It really is.
10 out of 10 would recommend.
I really would.
Anyway,
that's all we've got to say about that. I know we're going to see, like, if we see anything next week, because there isn't really much out at the moment. So if you have any suggestions,
let us know.
Please let us know. Let us know.
Let us know.
Let us know.
Let's not get into that.
But anyway, yeah.
Subscribe to Ellen.
Subscribe to Rihanna.
Subscribe to this.
We'll see you guys potentially next week.
Okay, bye.